2023 JPMorgan Healthcare, Seeing the Future of Pharmaceutical Bio-Investment. The JPMorgan Healthcare Conference, the world's largest pharmaceutical and bio-investment event, will be in San Francisco from January 9 to 12. In January, it is one of the events worth seeing at CES in Las Vegas along with metaverse, autonomous driving, and AI robots. The JPMorgan Healthcare Conference has been running events consistently around the same time of year since it first began in 1983. As a result of COVID-19, this quality will now be demonstrated in the form of an offline event for the first time in 3 years. Up until this point, it has been conducted as a faceless, online event. However, this time it will take place in a physical location. Global companies such as GE Healthcare, GSK, Johnson & Johnson, CODIAK, Lonza AG, Samsung Biologics, and SK Bioscience will be invited to the conference. The event is intended to facilitate the exchange of technological information or the technical cooperation based on meetings. Keywords related to technology cooperation or technology transfer with global big pharma will come out, and clinical results will also be the main focus. Within the next 2 to 3 years, there will be a very significant second increase, and even that is very likely to be missed again. I'm going to come clean with you right now and tell you that I have the most comprehensive knowledge of the biomarket. If you know how the biomarket is going, the goal is to get a sense of the market on your own without saying how the market will go, and the message I'm trying to convey is very clear. Because gene therapy and cell therapy aren't new, the biotech market boomed 2 years ago due to the coronavirus and then fell out, don't worry, and look, the market is falling. But that is absolutely wrong. We were not able to capitalize on the primary rise that occurred in the 2000s, which was significantly larger than the rise that occurred 10 years ago. The industry simply wasn't prepared to conduct research on them because we were unable to develop any phase 3 drugs. Within the next 2 to 3 years, there will be another significant increase, and I believe that it will once again be overlooked. Therefore, in order to comprehend the biomarket, it is necessary for you to initially be familiar with the proceedings of the conference. As you may already be aware, there are a number of academic conferences. Therefore, people who study illnesses, cancer, and blood get together at conferences to share their research and information with one another. However, the first event of the year is the JPMorgan Healthcare Conference, which takes place in January. As a result, you were able to see the trend in the market this year. In addition, we have a discussion about which technological advancement will be highlighted, and the second section will demonstrate Big Pharma's way forward. What's the big deal about that? You'll think like this, but that's all. It is a structure in which the market in the United States takes the lead, and the market in Europe provides support for it. The United States holds a 40% share of the global biomarket, while Europe holds a 13% share. Even with advanced technology, creating a large picture with data from numerous large farms in the United States will take a significant amount of time. That is the reason why I am paying attention to what is being said at the JPMorgan conference. It is very necessary to listen carefully to what has happened and what the big farms have said. This time around, there are some identifying characteristics. Small partnerships and technology collaborations have been very active, but mergers and acquisitions have had a relatively minor impact on the market for biostock. Second, there are a lot of comments that put cell therapy and gene therapy at the forefront of the discussion. In preclinical research collaborations, Big Pharma favored low-cost initial pipelines and cell gene therapy as treatment options. xRNA and technologies for editing genes were both on the market, and demand was strong. There is a great deal of interest in the fields of cancer, neuroscience, cardiovascular medicine, and the immune system. Third, big farms take the lead in technology in the early stages. In the past, over 55% of the hair was purchased in the preclinical stage, but today, that number has increased to over 60%. At the JPMorgan Healthcare Conference, Novartis said, "We will increase gene therapy and protein recombinant therapy sales from 5% in 2020 to 20% in 2030 and reduce synthetic new drugs." Pfizer, a company that each of you is very familiar with. The person who developed the vaccine against the coral virus, Lee Pfizer, has expressed confidence in mRNA this time. Pfizer stated, "I gained the pandemic experience of 10 years in just 1 year, and it will be difficult to repeat." He expressed confidence in the process of developing a new drug that would be called mRNA, saying that the company was in a position to be the first and the best. Pfizer has the potential to become a game changer for mRNA, if we keep talking about it and discuss it some more. I think that's how I think. At the JPMorgan Healthcare Conference in 2022, he firmly believed that mRNA is a game changer and mentioned that it is not a holy grail that applies everywhere, but it is definitely a strong technology. Beam Therapeutics, which collaborated on the production of the COVID-19 vaccine, and mRNA shingles prevention vaccine are being developed, and an agreement has been signed with CODIAK, a company that makes a platform for the synthesis of DNA and RNA. Pfizer is aggressively establishing a platform in this way for mRNA, which stands for messenger RNA. I keep telling you now. Now, it is very important to understand that it is not about me. Rather, it is about how those large farms are going to absorb technology over the course of the next 10 years or this year. The topics of gene therapy and cell therapy are always being brought up. Please press subscribe and like heart.